Hey YouTube, what's going on? Chris here. I want to bring you a very quick update on Litecoin. Right now we're going to be looking at it on the 4-hour chart. We're at $70.95 right now. There's some key things that I'm seeing. Just wanted to bring them to you. Remember guys, I'm not your financial advisor. You do whatever you want to do with your decisions. All I'm going to do is show you the upside of this market, the downside, where I have my targets, and you guys take it from there. So basically what I did, I kind of outlined a scenario here, bullish things, bearish things, you know, some of the neutral things that I was seeing, but there was one key factor, guys, that I wanted to bring to you today. All right, guys, if you like what we do here, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and I hope you have a wonderful Saturday night. Go out, have some fun, be safe, my friends. So what we're looking at here, guys, that we lost was this 200-day moving average on the 4-hour chart. And why this is significant, I want to show this to you. So we have not been below this. You can actually see we've been clear above it for all the way, guys, for about 2.5 months, all the way back to about February 6th or so. We've been holding this, and now we are below that. So that's something you want to keep on your radar. Do you see it? It's all the way up here at $76, and we're at $70.94 right now. So that now is acting as overhead resistance. So is our 30 EMA. It's acting as overhead resistance. We're having a lot of rejection off, and you're also having that bearish death cross there between this 30 EMA crossing down over this 200-day moving average on the 4-hour. And what you have to do with these moving averages, guys, because now we have the 30 overhead, we have the 200 overhead, we have the 50 overhead, and we have the 100 overhead, and you can almost see the death cross wanting to take place here with this 50 over top of this 200. You have to look at these moving averages like rivers. Do you see here where we are holding them as support is the raging rivers moving up, and now what we have is this short-term downtrend that we've been in now since, let's see, guys, we'll call it since about April 6th. We've just been in this little minor downtrend that we've been dealing with, or this correction. What we've been having, we keep bouncing down, then we'll come up to this area, bounce down again. We're trying it, and this trend line is what's so vital right there, but we're having lower highs and lower lows that have been coming in. So to the upside, what I would need to see, guys, is for us to get back up above this 30 EMA right here on the 4-hour chart, and then it would be getting up above this 200-day moving average as well as this trend line that we have in place. So this is very strong overhead resistance now, just due to all those things converging right there. And I want you to be aware of that, okay? The flow right now in the short term is to the downside. And what I have, guys, my target to the upside is 76.21. I have alarms there. And why I have an alarm there is because if we get up to that area, I would want to see us break out of this trend line on significant volume. That would be a very good sign for us. Remember, trend line breaks are very powerful, but if we keep seeing rejection off it, then what I would have is our next lower low. I have a target here of 67.94, an alarm set, so I would know that most likely we would probably be heading down to this area, guys, where we look for support around that 61.71, right in that range where you have all this back here. Okay, so what I wanted to do though is just really show this to you, how important this is. A lot of people don't realize, looking at 4-hour time frames and stuff, these moving averages really play a key factor. And all throughout the bear market here, we've been ridden by it. It's been overhead resistance, so we finally got back up above that. And now, guys, we've been losing it. It doesn't mean that we can't pop back up above it again. That happens. Sometimes you'll drop through moving averages even down here a little bit. You drop through and then you come back up. But what I'm saying is it's going to be harder to get back up there because we have these moving averages now as like that river we talked about pressing down on us. First it starts on the 1-hour, or you can even go to the minute, guys, when you start losing them. Then you go to the 1-hour, then the 4-hour, then the 8-hour, and as you keep losing them, it starts pressing you down even more and pressing you down even more. So that's where I just want you to be aware of this, that we absolutely could go to the downside. We could have, you know, a breakdown to this 67.94, see if we get any bounce in that area, and if not there, I would look down to this $62 range to see if we do find support on this, which would be good because you want old resistance to become new support. That's the key. Now, overall, I am still bullish on Litecoin as long as this lower trend line, this intermediate term uptrend that we've been in, continues to hold. If we start breaking down through this, then we're really going to be in some trouble, guys. But if we get a nice strong bounce off this at some point in the future, no problem at all. So we could come all the way back down in this area, and I would still be confident as long as we're holding this trend line. This has been our uptrend, and you can see as we scoot back on this chart here, I'll pull back as much as I can on the 4-hour. You can see this supply and demand shift how we just made that shift, especially with that 200-day moving average. And that's why I wanted to point this out to you, because it is significant that we are now below it, and we've had a couple candle closes below it. What they say sometimes is on the 4-hour chart, once you start having 2 or 4, somewhere right in that range, candle closes below it, then you may be moving to the downside a little bit more. You can see even here we fell down. We tried to retest it there, and we fell back down again. So, you know, guys, I want to bring this to you very quick. These are just some of the things that I'm looking at right now. We have all these moving averages overhead. We have some stuff pounding down on us. So my downside target there, or alarm, is at 67.94. I want to be alerted to see if we do find support down in this area. And then to the upside, we'd want to get up above that 76.21 on significant volume. That's what we would be looking for, guys, significant volume. And my trend line that I have drawn here, up here, this is going off the real bodies, the best that I could. Right in here, guys. So that's what we would need to break. And remember, trend line breaks, a lot of the times you need them to come on very strong volume, so we can get up above this 30 EMA, this 200 moving average, this 100 moving average, and this 50 moving average, which is, you know, just pressing us down right now. You see this bounce, and then a reaction, then a bounce down, reaction, and that's what's going to happen since we're in this short-term downtrend in this area right here, this retracement. So, you know, guys, this is what I'm looking at right now. I wanted to bring it to you fast, efficient. If you like what we do, who give us a thumbs up, like, subscribe. Like I said, I'm completely bullish on Litecoin until we start breaking down through this lower trend line right now. This is just a correction as of now, but we're going to have to see what it turns into, and if we do find support down here around that $62, if we do break to the downside, guys. And also, you can start looking at these moving average like I did yesterday on the 1 day and stuff, where you can also find some different supports or resistances, things like that. I just wanted to bring this to you on the 4-hour chart, give you a little bit different look and a little bit closer. So God bless each and every one of you. Take care, my friends. Have a wonderful Saturday night.